friends! Welcome to my first Q&A. I'm really trying to get out of my comfort zone and post more YouTube videos, so definitely subscribe down below. Let me know what you want to see from me. People always are DMing me and saying like, oh my gosh, like, can you talk more about this, more about that? And then when I actually sit down to film a YouTube video, I completely forget. So let me know what else you want to see from me down below. But I just asked a bunch of questions on Instagram and I'm gonna kind of rapid fire go through as many as I can. You guys did good. I'm really proud of you. So we are gonna just get right into it. We will start with one that's really fun. What is the best thing about being a dog mom? Oh gosh, there's so many things. I feel like I am definitely one of those people that thinks their dog is their child, and rightfully so, because I don't have children yet. And so she really is my child, and I spend my entire day at home. Like, I work from home. Some days I don't leave the house, and so me and Mabel are on such a routine because ever since we got her, I've been working from home. And so it's just honestly the best thing ever. She's kind of bad. We can't take her a lot of places because she's a barker, so she definitely needs like training. But I don't know, I love her more than life itself. That sounds so silly to say, but it's true. Okay, this person asked, what was it like to have a short engagement? And just for reference, Sage and I got engaged August 22nd of 2019, and then we actually got married August 1st of 2020, so I don't think that's a short engagement. In fact, I think that's long. Not long by like society standards, but when we were like waiting to get married, we were like, oh my gosh, can we hustle this thing up? Like, I felt like it was just a lot of waiting around. We did get married during COVID, so I feel like that had to do with it a little bit. Like, we were kind of just waiting around the plan because we didn't even know if we could have a wedding. But I thought it was normal. I don't know what else to say because I almost felt like that was too long. Like, I wish we would have had a shorter engagement. Okay, what is your favorite part of marriage? I honestly love marriage. That sounds so funny in today's world, but I love commitment. I think if I'm not committed to something, that gives me room to falter. And so I think commitment in today's world is really hard to come by. And I love like that covenant of commitment with your partner. I also just love doing everyday things with Sage. Like, I love when he comes home from work. I love that we can grocery together, we run errands together, we go on trips together. Like, he is very active in my work, and I don't know, it's just so special to have someone that you just do life with. And like, up throughout life, it's your family, and then it's maybe your college roommates. Like, I had a great group of girls that I was doing life with, but then when it's the person you love, it's just, I don't know, it makes every day exciting to me. And there's definitely like hard days too, but I feel like the good so heavily outweighs the bad that like, I don't know, I just love marriage. This is another fun one. What is your Starbucks order? So you guys may know this about me. I am not a coffee girl. I will have coffee. I will have a sugared up latte, mocha, you know, the whole 9 yards. That's like a $7 drink. And I will enjoy it, but I don't like iced coffee at all. I used to be different. I used to hate hot coffee, but now I'm liking hot coffee more. Hate iced coffee. But like, I would say a go-to at Starbucks is a venti strawberry refresher with lemonade, light ice. Very sophomore in high school of me, I know, but it's okay. Okay, what is the story behind each of your wedding rings, specifically the top gold one? So I'm not going to show you up close because I haven't got my nails done in forever. I'm actually going later today, but I have 3 wedding bands. I've put them on TikTok, on Instagram and stuff. Basically, my engagement band is from James Allen. I wanted the daintiest like engagement band possible. Like, I just wanted the band to be really, really tiny because I have kind of small fingers. I don't know. I just really love the look of a really dainty band. And then my wedding band is from K Jewelers. We just literally went and picked them out. Nothing super special. I knew I wanted it to be different than the engagement band. Like, I didn't want them to match perfectly. And then the top band is from Etsy, and everyone asked me the seller's name. I'll link it down below, but I got it for our anniversary, but I really just wanted another ring. Like, Sage didn't like surprise me with it. I kind of knew he was getting it. And I just really like it. I think it's really unique looking. I knew I wanted the gold because I love mixed metals. I wear a lot of gold jewelry, so I feel like this was just a nice way to tie it all in. Okay, we had lots of baby questions. When are babies coming? Babies question mark? Babies, eyes. Do you have a list of baby names in your phone? So to answer that, Lord willing, babies aren't coming anytime soon. I think we're at the point in life where I would be okay being a mom. Like, I feel like I have baby fever sometimes. It would like be okay. Hi, I am a mom. You came up here to say, guys, she is a mom already. I know. Okay, can you? Okay. Basically, I am at the point in life where if I were to become a mom, that would be okay. Like, it wouldn't be the end of the world. And I think Sage would have a harder time with it because he's still trying to figure out his career and everything. But like, we are at the point where it would be okay, right? Not the end of the world if we have a kid. It would be a huge blessing, but in a perfect world, we would like to wait probably 3 or 4 years. I don't know. It's kind of funny because with my job, you kind of have to plan like really far in advance. So I'm like, okay, so we don't want kids in 2023, right? Like back last year, because I book out so fast that like I kind of want to, obviously you can't plan when you're going to have a child, but you can kind of plan, okay, when do we want to start trying to have kids? Maybe like schedule a little bit of rest in that time period. Then when it comes to a list of baby names, I do. And it's funny because Sage and I disagree on almost every single name. So I will share some of the ones that I really like that I know he's not going to budge on. Number 1 is Rosemary. I love this name. I'm obsessed. I just happened to marry a man named Sage, and he will not allow his child to be named Rosemary. That would be just a running joke. It makes sense. Not allowed. But my mom's name is Rose. I love the name Rosemary, so please use that name because I can't. So I really, really like it. Another name I really like is Archie. A lot of people say this sounds like a dog's name, but I just think it's so cute. I feel like it can be something like as a child and like as a teen, as an adult. Like I feel like Archie is like a fine adult's name. I feel like it's almost like a cool name, like the cool uncle's named Archie. I don't know. I think it's cute. Sage hates it. The name Indy, I really like for a girl. Sage hates it. He says, "What's an Indy?" I really like it. This one I really like to the point where Sage says it's off the table, but I'm gonna keep pushing for it, but I'll share it with you guys because it probably won't happen. The name Cannon for a boy, like Canon. One, I think this is just the coolest name. Like, I feel like that's a masculine, like strong, cool name. 2, I am a photographer. I think it's kind of cool. Like, not that I would be naming my kid after a camera because I like the name, but it also ties into the fact that like that's something special to me. I've not heard that name before. I think I saw it on like one of those Instagrams that was like baby names, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love that name. I have a lot of other ones, but I'm gonna try to convince Sage on some of them, so I'm not gonna share them with you guys. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What is your 5-year plan? Do you have a 2-year, 5-year, 10-year plan? Lots of people asking about future plans, which is kind of so nice that people are interested in like what my plans are. I don't know. That is still so baffling to me that people are interested in me enough to sit down and make it this far into a Q&A. Like, that's just really nice. Thank you guys. I think if you asked me this 2 years ago, I would have like a pretty solid plan of like what I thought my life would be like. But the past 2 years, my life really has like gone so many different ways that I don't know if I can like accurately say a 5-year plan. I do want to be a mom, I think, in 5 years. That would be in a perfect world if I was able to have children. I would like to have a kid by then, I think. I would like to be in a different house. I love our house right now, but it's not like in the greatest area. Like, it's not a bad area, but it's not like the very best either. And it's not small, but I feel like having a family in this house, we would want something bigger. I will probably still be doing photography. I don't know if I'll be as involved in weddings as I am right now, because once I have a family, I know I don't want to be gone every single weekend. So I'm hoping that maybe I can do more content creation for brands, whether that be on the influencer side or whether that be as a photographer. I think it would be so cool to shoot campaigns for brands. Like, if I saw my picture on like a billboard or something, that would be a pinch me dream come true moment. So if you're any brand watching this, I would love to be a photographer for your campaign. I think that would be super, super sick. I don't know, I think I just like to explore that area more because I've really only recently tapped into like the brand area. I've been so into weddings and couples that like I haven't explored other options. So I hope that answers 5-year plan. I don't know where exactly I'll be in 5 years. I'll be 28 and Sage will be 29. His birthday's in a couple weeks. So we'll be almost 30. That's scary. When did you know Sage was the one? So I feel like I knew I wanted to marry him pretty early on. Like, we talked about marriage before we were even really dating, which was a big step for him because I always knew I wanted to get married young. Like, I dated intentionally. I dated for marriage. I didn't just date around for fun. Kudos to you if you do. That's just not what I was doing. Hi, baby. So I knew I wasn't going to date anyone if I didn't at least see the marriage as a possibility in the future. But I also don't believe in like soulmates. I think anybody can be your soulmate, because I think marriage and love is hard work. And not in like, oh, it should be miserable, because it should be easy and it should be fun, but it is work. Like, it's hard. And I don't know. I think you can make a marriage or love work with a variety of different people. It's just, who do you want to choose to make it work with? And I think I knew Sage was the one I wanted to choose very early on. And then, yeah, I kind of just waited around for him to seal the deal. What is something that you will do before you die? So, obviously, I don't know the time of my passing, right? But I hope I will be a mom. I think that's something that's really important to me. I think that's something I look forward to. Maybe not right now, but I do look forward to it in my lifetime. And I think I want to go to a lot of national parks. What is your most irrational fear? So, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm actually quite paranoid. I feel like I fear a lot of things. I'm very afraid of flying. I wish I wasn't. Like, logically, I'm not afraid. Like, when I think about it, like the concept of it, it's not scary, but I get so anxious. Like, I get shaky. Like, I freak out whenever I'm flying. I have gotten a little bit better in the past year. Like, the last flight we went on, I wasn't like shaking and almost in tears, but I definitely hate flying. I don't know if that's irrational or not. I think a lot of people have that fear, but for someone who travels a lot for her job, it's not a fun fear. So I got a lot of questions about photos and how do you help couples who are awkward in front of the camera? How do you help couples feel less awkward in front of the camera? All of that kind of stuff. So if you feel like uncomfortable in front of the camera, you and just about every other person feels the same way. Unless you are a professional model or work in front of a camera very often, you don't feel super comfortable in front of a camera. Like right now, I feel like anxious with my camera on the tripod, and like I do this for a living. It's a very unnatural feeling getting your photo taken. And I think it's the photographer's job to make you feel comfortable. So we have a lot of fun. It's not like a ton of awkward like poses where I'm like, okay, move a little and then like smile. And we have a lot of fun. And so I think that really helps break down that wall. And I think most couples, if not all, have a good time at the end of their session. They're like, oh my gosh, it was so much fun. So really, I think it's just whatever photographer is going to make you feel the most comfortable, or if there's someone that you feel comfortable with already, definitely go with them. Okay, another photo related one, and then we'll probably wrap up because I feel like this has been rolling forever. How did you figure out that being a photographer was the job you wanted? So ever since I was little, I feel like I've always loved taking pictures. Like I got a little point and shoot camera when I was like 10 for Christmas. I've always really enjoyed documenting my life through pictures. And then I never thought I was going to be like a photographer, truly. I didn't really think that would be my job. I ended up getting a little camera after I quit cheerleading because I wanted a hobby. And so I started taking pictures of my friends and I was like, oh, this would be a great like side gig. And it wasn't until I was starting to book a lot of weddings that I was like, okay, well maybe this will be something that I can do like when I have kids, right? It'll be cheaper to stay at home and do photography than it will be to work and like pay a daycare. It really wasn't until TikTok that this became like a reality and a prospect for like a real career. And I'm so glad it did. I always would say like once I started taking pictures again that like photography was my dream job. And I would say that as like, yes, my dream job. Like someone would say, oh, like being an astronaut is my dream job. Like something that seems so unattainable that like it wasn't even in the realm of possibility. And then just like a couple of years later, it is now my job. So it definitely happened pretty fast. I love it. I wouldn't change a thing. But I think honestly, while I love creating and I love taking pictures, I think more of my passion is for people. And this is a job that allows me to make people feel confident, make people feel happy, and really impact like their wedding. That's the coolest thing ever. Okay, last question. This one's easy and fun. What is your go-to drink at the bar? Hi, baby. Come on up. There we go. I think my go-to drink is probably an amaretto sour or a Sex on the Beach. I hate beer. I like wine, but I only like really, really sweet white wine. I don't like dry at all. I'll drink an Angry Orchard. I've been branching out so that like I can get a cheap drink at the bar when I don't want to spend $8 on like an amaretto sour. But I'm a sweet girl at heart, and so I love anything that's fruity and sweet and delicious. That is it for today's Q&A. Thank you for watching. If this is something that you like to see, I will do another Q&A. I think these are so fun because one, I love talking about myself. I don't know if that's super vain or not, but I'm very upfront about it. I really enjoy talking about myself. And two, these are like my favorite types of videos to watch. I love house tours, I love Q&As, and I love like sit down, like chatty update type videos from my favorite creators. That's just like the videos I like to watch. So if you like this kind of video, let me know down below that you want to see another one, and then follow me on Instagram because that's where I ask most of my questions. Again, if you have any other videos, drop them down below. I'm really trying to be diligent about posting, so I can't post if I have no ideas. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.